All right, so get this. We're diving deep into the story of Medi Abalimba today.
Oh, this should be good.
Yeah, you guys wanted to know more about this guy?
Yeah.
Who went from like a promising football career to a life of just unbelievable scams.
Yeah. Crazy.
Like, it's a wild ride, this story.
Yeah, it is.
Ambition, deceit, and like how far someone will go for a taste of the high life, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So,
well, and what's so fascinating about Abalimba is he wasn't like some career criminal from the start.
right.
Like he had real potential
Yeah.
as a young footballer. He even played for clubs like Derby County and Oldham Athletic.
Wow. So
Yeah.
this wasn't just somebody looking for a quick buck.
Right.
It sounds like this setback fueled a deeper desire for a life he felt he'd been cheated out of.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Instead of working his way back,
Yeah. Yeah.
Abalimba chose a shortcut,
Oh.
a dark path paved with deception.
Okay.
And that's where his like elaborate impersonation of Gail Kakuta,
Oh, wow.
the Chelsea star, comes in. This wasn't just petty theft.
Right.
Think like luxury hotels,
Wow.
high-end restaurants, designer clothes, all bankrolled by someone else.
Hold on. So he's living it up as a Premier League footballer, and no one bats an eye.
Nope.
How did he convince people he was the real deal?
Well, Abalimba was a master of blending, and
Okay.
he targeted specific environments.
Okay.
Like luxury hotels, upscale restaurants,
Right.
places where seeing a celebrity wouldn't raise suspicion.
Right.
He understood that in these settings, staff are accustomed to dealing with, high-profile individuals and might be less likely to scrutinize his claims.
So he wasn't just relying on a fake ID.
Right.
He was playing a role understanding the psychology of his targets.
Precisely. He carefully crafted an illusion of wealth and success, using his knowledge of the football world to weave these convincing stories.
Wow.
He was a chameleon, adapting his persona to fit the situation seamlessly.
Okay, let's talk about some of his specific cons because I'm dying to know how he pulled this off. Give me an example, something that really highlights his audacity.
Okay, so one example is how he handled hotel stays.
Okay.
Abalimba would book expensive suites, drop Kakuta's name, and assure the stack that his management would settle the bill.
Uh-huh.
Then poof, he'd disappear,
What?
often leaving behind a hefty tip
Oh, wow.
to further the illusion of wealth and generosity.
Wow.
There's even a report of him leaving £1,000 tip for hotel staff,
Oh, my God.
just to maintain the facade.
Whoa. That's a bold move, but did no one ever question him?
It seems like his confidence was his greatest asset.
Really?
He was so assured, so convincing in his role, that people simply believed him.
Wow.
And remember, this was before social media was as prevalent.
Right.
So verifying someone's identity wasn't as easy.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's almost like he was betting on people's reluctance to question someone who appears successful and confident.
Exactly. He exploited societal biases
Wow.
towards those who project an image of power and affluence.
That's a good point.
Abalimba's case highlights how our perceptions of status can sometimes blind us to the truth.
That is so true.
Yeah,
Okay, so hotels were just the beginning.
right.
What other tricks did he have up his sleeve?
Oh, he had plenty.
Did he stick to just impersonating Kakuta, or did he have other schemes going on?
Abalimba's cons extended far beyond hotel stays.
Okay.
He frequented exclusive nightclubs, racking up huge bills for drinks and bottle service.
No way.
He dined at the finest restaurants,
Wow.
charming his way into VIP treatment.
Oh my gosh.
And let's not forget his shopping sprees at high-end boutiques.
So it sounds like he was living the dream.
Yeah.
Someone else's dream, that is.
Exactly.
But all of this extravagance had to come crashing down at some point, right?
Indeed. As Abalimba's confidence grew, so did the scale of his deceptions,
Wow.
ensnaring even high-profile individuals.
Now, this is where it gets really interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me about some of the people who fell victim to his schemes and anyone we might recognize.
Okay, so one of his most audacious moves involved Claire Mary,
Okay.
Thierry Henry's ex-wife.
Oh, wow.
Abalimba, still posing as Kakuta,
Uh-huh.
managed to infiltrate her social circle,
Really?
leveraging her connections and trust to further his schemes.
Wow. So he's not just hitting up businesses now.
No.
He's targeting individuals.
Yeah.
Even someone connected to a football legend.
Right.
That's a whole new level of audacity.
It is.
What was he after in this case? Money connections.
It seems his motivations were complex, a blend of financial gain and a desire to be close to the world of celebrity. He used charm and fabricated tales of hardship to gain Claire Mary's sympathy, eventually persuading her to lend him thousands of pounds.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
Yeah.
He clearly understood how to exploit people's vulnerabilities, playing on their emotions to get what he wanted.
He did?
Did this incident lead to his downfall?
While the Claire Mary incident certainly added to the growing list of accusations against him,
Okay.
it wasn't the final straw.
Oh.
Abalimba's luck eventually ran out in 2014 when he was arrested in Manchester while attempting to flee a hotel without paying a substantial bill.
I can only imagine the scene, the hotel staff realizing they've been duped to state, the police closing in.
Yeah,
It must have been quite a dramatic end to his charade.
I would think so.
What were the legal consequences?
He faced multiple charges of fraud and impersonation.
Uh-huh.
The evidence against him was overwhelming, and he was ultimately sentenced to 4 years in prison.
4 years is a significant amount of time.
It is.
It seems the justice system took his crime seriously, recognizing the impact his actions had on his victims.
Right.
So what happened to Medi Abalimba after his time behind bars?
Okay.
Did prison change him at all?
That's where the story takes another interesting turn.
Okay.
After serving his sentence, Abalimba made public statements expressing remorse for his actions.
Mm-hmm.
He talked about wanting to turn his life around to make amends for his past mistakes.
That sounds promising. Did he follow through on those claims? Did he truly change his ways?
That's the million-dollar question. There were reports suggesting Abalimba hadn't entirely abandoned his deceitful ways.
Really?
Some allege that he engaged in similar cons even after his release from prison.
Oh, wow. So the question of his remorse remains unanswered.
It does.
It makes you wonder if those apologies were genuine or just another part of his act, a way to manipulate public perception and potentially open doors for future opportunities.
Precisely, and this is what makes his story so captivating.
Right.
It raises fundamental questions about human nature,
Yeah.
the complexities of remorse, and the enduring allure of a life of deception.
It's a reminder that appearances can be deceiving, that even those who appear to have changed may still harbor secrets and hidden motivations.
Exactly.
We often want to believe in redemption and the possibility of transformation.
Yeah.
But Abalimba's case highlights the challenges of truly escaping a past built on lies and manipulation.
It does.
It's a reminder to be cautious, to not be swayed by charm and promises alone.
Right.
Trust, as they say, is earned, not given freely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But Abalimba's story isn't just a cautionary tale about individual deception.
Right.
It also reveals something about the society we live in.
I'm curious to hear more about that. How does this story connect to larger societal issues?
Well, Abalimba's success was in part due to our collective fascination with celebrity and wealth.
Okay.
His cons played on our desire for proximity to fame and fortune, our willingness to believe in the illusion he so carefully constructed.
That's a really interesting point.
Yeah.
He wasn't just exploiting individuals. He was tapping into a deeper societal vulnerability, our obsession with status and the trappings of success.
Exactly. And this raises important questions about the values we prioritize,
Okay.
the role of image in our society, and the systems that can be manipulated by those who understand how to play the game.
It's a lot to unpack, but I think it's crucial that we do.
Yeah.
We need to examine these issues critically to understand how they contribute to situations like this and to consider what we can do to protect ourselves from those who would exploit our vulnerabilities.
I agree. Awareness is the first step.
Okay.
We need to be mindful of the ways in which our own desires and aspirations can be used against us.
It's about being informed, critical, and discerning in our interactions.
Yes.
Especially in situations that seem too good to be true.
Right. And it's about recognizing that even those who appear to be living charmed lives may be hiding secrets and harboring darker motivations.
Right.
Abalimba's case serves as a stark reminder that beneath the veneer of success and charisma, there may lurk a web of deceit and manipulation.
And that's what makes this deep dive so compelling.
Yeah.
It's not just about one man's elaborate scams. It's a reflection of ourselves, our society, and the choices we make.
It forces us to confront uncomfortable truths about human nature,
Right.
the allure of power and the fragility of trust in a world where appearances often trump reality.
We've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive, from Abalimba's early life and promising football career to his descent into a world of deception and his attempts at rehabilitation.
Right.
But there's one question that still lingers. What happened to Medi Abalimba after those reports of continued offenses surfaced?
That's the perfect question to explore as we wrap up our deep dive.
Okay.
Let's delve into the aftermath of his supposed remorse and consider the broader implications of his story for understanding the psychology of con artists and the lasting impact of their actions.
So we left off with a little bit of a cliffhanger, like, What happened to Medi Abalimba after those reports of continued offenses? Did he vanish into thin air,
Or did his story take another unexpected turn?
Right.
Well, it seems Abalimba's story, much like his cons, is filled with twists and turns.
Okay.
Well, the details are somewhat murky.
Yeah.
There were whispers of further legal troubles,
Oh, wow.
allegations of scams resurfacing, and even rumors of him attempting to profit from his notoriety.
So even after serving time, facing public scrutiny, and expressing remorse, he couldn't resist the pull of his old ways.
It does make you wonder.
Yeah.
It's almost as if deception had become like an ingrained part of his identity.
Yeah, that's a key insight. It challenges us to think about whether con artists are simply driven by circumstance or if there's like a deeper psychological element at play.
Right.
Yeah.
Some experts believe that individuals like Abalimba might possess certain personality traits that make them more susceptible to engaging in manipulative behaviors.
That's fascinating. Are you saying that some people might be predisposed to deception? Like it's not just a choice, but almost a compulsion?
It's a complex issue, and there's no simple answer.
Right.
But some researchers suggest that factors like a lack of empathy,
Okay.
a heightened sense of self-importance, and a willingness to exploit others for personal gain might contribute to a pattern of deceptive behavior.
So it's not just about wanting a luxurious lifestyle. It's a deeper psychological game, almost like an addiction to the thrill of the con it.
That's a compelling analogy.
Yeah.
The adrenaline rush of pulling off a successful scam, the sense of control and power it provides, can be intoxicating for some individuals.
Right.
And like any addiction, it can be incredibly difficult to break free from.
Wow, this sheds a whole new light on Abalimba's story. It's not just a tale of one man's ambition and deceit.
Right.
It's a window into the complex workings of the human mind, the blurred lines between choice and compulsion.
Precisely. And it underscores the importance of understanding the psychology behind con artistry. It's not just about catching the culprits, it's about recognizing the warning signs,
Okay.
protecting ourselves from manipulation, and potentially even developing strategies for intervention and rehabilitation.
This deep dive has been a real eye-opener. We've gone from the specifics of Abalimba's cons to a broader exploration of the psychology of deception and the societal factors that enable it.
Absolutely. It's a reminder that con artists thrive in environments where image is paramount, where
Right.
status and wealth are often mistaken for integrity and character.
And it's a call to be more discerning, to question assumptions, to not be swayed by appearances alone.
In a world where information is readily available at our fingertips,
Right.
it's more crucial than ever to develop our critical thinking skills, to be skeptical yet open-minded, to trust but verify.
It's about finding that balance between being cautious and being compassionate, recognizing that anyone, regardless of their background or charm, is capable of deception.
Abalimba's story serves as a stark reminder that the line between truth and lies can be incredibly thin.
Yeah.
And it's up to each of us to be vigilant, to protect ourselves and those around us from falling prey to those who would exploit our trust for their gain.
That's a powerful takeaway and a fitting end to our deep dive into the captivating and cautionary tale of Medi Abalimba.
I agree.
We hope this exploration has not only informed you, but also empowered you to navigate the complexities of a world where deception can lurk around every corner.
Remember, knowledge is power.
Yes.
By understanding the tactics, motivations, and psychology behind con artistry, we can better equip ourselves to identify and avoid becoming victims of these schemes.
So until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and most importantly, stay vigilant.